children.
Assalamu alaikum, children. Assalamu alaikum, Pip.
Alaikum salam, Layla. Azam Allah ujurana wa ujurakum.
Adham Allah. We send condolences to the family of the Ahlul Bayt.
And to all the viewers that are watching and the little children and all my friends. Condolences to you. Do you remember what condolences means?
Who remembers?
You remember? Yes, that's right. It means that we are sorry for the loss. And here we're talking about the loss of Imam Hussein, the saviour and hero of Islam. Oh, I love Imam Hussein. Can we recite a salawat for him?
Loud one.
Allahumma
salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
wa ajil farjahum. You know what, Layla?
Yeah.
I really do love Imam Hussein, but I was really helpful with my dad over the weekend because my dad loves Imam Hussein and he was organising a majlis.
Oh.
So me and my dad were packing the food for all the people that would come.
Wow.
We would put samosas and pakoras and a chocolate bar and a piece of fruit in a bag and we would wrap them. Oh, I love my dad. And I'm a little bit younger than, what they were in Karbala, but I just wonder, did they love their dads too?
Of course, having a dad is a really, really important thing. And, Allah will reward you for the fact that you helped your dad prepare a majlis. You'll get lots and lots of reward for that. But it's just as important. A dad has a good son who loves him and helps him.
Oh, I hope I can be that good son who loves my dad and helps him. I think I am doing a good job though.
I think you are, Pip, because sometimes your mum talks to me and she says to me, you know that Pip, his behaviour has got a lot better recently.
Oh, thank you. It's because you've been teaching me all these things and so have the children at home.
Oh, what you're telling me about your dad and how close you are is very, very similar to the relationship and love and bond that Imam Hussein and Ali Akbar had.
Really? You know the bond Imam Hussein and Ali Akbar had? Was it like my dad and me?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very, very special relationship.
On the 9th of Muharram, Layla.
Yeah.
In my mosque, we remember Ali and Al Akbar.
I know. And it was a really, really difficult time then because it was so hot and they'd been cut off from the river Euphrates. They hadn't been able to get any water. They were thirsty and they were hungry. But what can Imam Hussein do? He's trying really hard to be patient. He's trying to do all of this for the sake of Allah.
You know what? Because there was so much thirst in the whole of the battlefield. And my mummy told me that the children kept saying Al-Adash, Al-Adash, which means we're thirsty.
Oh, that's really sad.
Was Imam Hussein and Ali and Al Akbar's relationship like me and my dad's?
Very close, yeah.
If not closer, I think, because Imam Hussein is amazing.
He is amazing, but things were going to get much harder. I mean, on the day of Ashura, all of Imam Hussein's friends had gone. Aoun and Muhammad, they had gone. Yet Imam Hussein was so patient. He was really humble, really down to earth, very kind, and he was just trying so hard to be brave and strong.
You know what?
Yeah.
There was no water in that time.
I know.
The children, they were crying, Al-Adash, Al-Adash, and my mummy told me that means we're thirsty.
I know.
Oh, it makes me really sad, Layla. I mean, how can people do that to Imam Hussein? It was so hot and the children were thirsty.
Yeah.
Oh.
How much more could Imam Hussein take? I mean, all of his friends, they'd gone. Aoun and Muhammad, his nephews, had gone. Qasim had gone. Even Hazrat Abbas was badly injured. And now he was pretty much all by himself. Oh, we have to think of Imam Hussein at this time and think about the most precious thing that he gave up.
I mean, how much more can Imam Hussein bear?
I know.
I mean, how much more will he sacrifice?
I know.
He sacrificed Hazrat Abbas and he has no arms. That's really sad. And Hazrat Qasim you were telling me that he was just like pieces on the floor, and that's really sad.
I know, the enemy just was so horrible. They were unmerciful, Pip, and that means the opposite of merciful, which means...
And the Imam was merciful, wasn't he?
The Imam was merciful and the enemies were unmerciful, which means they wouldn't... Oh, they were awful. They just... How can you
let someone be so thirsty?
I know.
That's so... Oh, it makes me angry when I think about it.
Ali Akbar was only 18 years old. And he was crying and crying, and he wanted to go to the battlefield, and he wanted to protect his father, Imam Hussein, and it's the same time that he had to give up his life, because every time he looked at Imam Hussein, he realized that he knew he was on the right path and that he had to do the right thing. And you know, Ali Akbar, he was so similar in how he looked to the Holy Prophet. So when the Ahlul Bayt wanted to remember what Rasulullah...
like a ziyarah.
What?
Like a ziyarah.
No, what they would do, they would look at the face of Ali Akbar and it would remind them of Rasulullah.
Yeah, my mum says when the Ahlul Bayt wanted to do like a ziyarah, see the Prophet, they would just look at the face of Ali and Akbar.
Oh, that means he
must have been so beautiful.
Yeah, and his face must have been luminous like the moon, like the full moon, or even the sun, that's right. This must have been such a difficult time. The Battle of Karbala was happening. So many people had gone by this time, Pip. Imam Hussein was practically all alone, and he said to Ali Akbar, "Oh, Ali Akbar, my son, what will I do now?" He gave the adhan, Ali Akbar did.
Adhan?
Yes, he said, "I want to hear the voice of my..."
That's the call of prayer.
That's right. Ali Akbar, you sound so much like your great-grandfather, the
I
Prophet.
bet that would have hurt Imam Hussein, because, you know, Imam Hussein, Layla, he was really close to the Prophet because that was his grandfather.
That's right.
You know, I went to a majlis and the Sheikh was saying that the Prophet was in sajda, and then Imam Hussein went and sat on top of on top of the Prophet, because he was really young then. He was like he was very young.
Yeah.
He was a very small child, and the Prophet, because he loved Imam Hussein so much, didn't get up out of the sajda.
Oh, why?
Because he knew that this is Imam Hussein.
Oh, and what did he say? He said, Hussein is from me.
And I am from Hussein.
Which means that, what do you think it means?
It means that they're one and the same. You know, if you hurt the Prophet, you're hurting Imam Hussein. And if you hurt Imam Hussein, you're hurting the Prophet. But if you love the Prophet properly, you love Imam Hussein.
I know.
And can you guess what? If you love Imam Hussein, who do you love?
You love his mum and his dad and his whole family and the Ahlul Bayt.
Yes, that's right.
And let's not forget the Imam of our time, Imam Mehdi. And whenever there's a majlis, you don't know, but he might be in your majlis, but you might not see him, but he might see you, Pip.
Yeah, that's why I always hope the Imam is seeing what I do. Do you know what, Layla?
Yeah.
You know when Ali and Akbar done the adhan?
Yeah.
It must have really hurt Imam Hussein, because he must have remembered his Prophet. And he must have remembered the time when the Muslims used to respect him and not deprive him of water because his grandfather was there.
I know.
Oh, I would have been really upset.
Ali Akbar's adhan echoed throughout the land of Karbala. You know, like an echo, you can hear it.
Yeah, hello, hello, hello. That's an echo, isn't it?
That's an echo. Yeah. And you could hear it all throughout the land of Karbala. Ali Akbar's last adhan, it wasn't an ordinary adhan.
I bet it was beautiful.
Well, I bet
it sounded more beautiful than a bird singing.
I know, I bet it did. Or more beautiful than children laughing and playing in the park, or more beautiful than the sun setting in the sky.
Or more beautiful than the heavens above. I would give up heaven just to hear the adhan of Ali and Akbar.
I know, it was filled with so much emotion. That means there was a lot of feeling in his adhan.
Also the Ahlul Bayt was so close to Allah that even when they done the adhan, it felt like, you know, you were very near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Absolutely. Imam Hussein began to cry, Pip, when he heard the adhan of Ali Akbar.
Why?
Because he remembered his grandfather, the Prophet, you see. All the ladies in the tents, they began to cry, and even Lady Zainab burst into tears. It was a very, very difficult time. Everyone prayed Fajr Salah together, you know, the dawn prayer.
Yeah.
That's really early. I know that you've been getting up for Fajr.
Yeah, I've been getting up because my dad wakes me up.
MashaAllah.
And then do you know what my dad does? He does the adhan, he does the iqama, but then he says to me, Pip, would you like to do the adhan again? Then I recite the adhan for my dad.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
That's a good way of learning, you know.
Thank you. Do you do that at home? Maybe you should try doing that at home. Recite the adhan with your family.
Soon after the dawn prayers, the Battle of Karbala began, Pip. One by one, Imam Hussein's companions, they went off into the battlefield. They were very brave and they were very strong, and they left this world. Aoun and Muhammad went. They were martyred too, as well as Qasim as well.
The young ones.
Ali Akbar and Abbas helped Hussein. They carried some of the bodies back to the tent. Sakina was thirsty. Abbas went to get water, but he came back.
He never returned, did he?
He didn't return, no.
He was at the... Uncle was telling me that, you know, Hazrat Abbas, he went by the river Euphrates to fill up water. And then, when he was returning, they cut off his arm.
I know. How could the enemy do such a thing? I mean, they even said they called themselves Muslims, like they had Muslim names and they knew how to read the Quran.
They knew the Quran, some of them.
Did they?
By heart.
What does by heart mean?
They knew it, like they could tell you any verse from the Quran. Yeah.
Really?
But can you believe that they couldn't even recognise that was the Imam?
Exactly. And all the companions, when they went to the battlefield, they would say their names and who they were to remind the enemies, so that the enemies couldn't say in the end, well, we didn't know who you were. You never told us who you were.
Did Ali and Akbar do the same? Did he say, I am the son of Hussein. I am the grandson of the Holy Prophet.
He did. Hussein,
grandson of Imam Ali.
At this time, on the day of Karbala, on the day of Ashura, Imam Hussein was alone with Ali Akbar, and he was so heartbroken. His heart was full of grief and sadness. So many people had left this world in one day. How much could Imam Hussein take? Enough, enough and enough. Oh, Pip, we've got to think about the biggest sacrifice that was yet to come. That's right, Ali Akbar, the life of Hussein, the teenage son of Imam Hussein, the darling of Imam Hussein, came to his father, and do you know what he said?
Oh, I think I do know.
Go on.
He said, Father, do I have permission to go to the battlefield?
That's right. He wanted to go to the battlefield and protect his father and do the right thing by Imam Hussein and give up his life. Can you imagine what that must have been like? You know, a father having to see his son.
Poor Imam Hussein. What does he do now? I mean, how does he allow his teenage darling son to die?
Do you remember, Pip, when you were in the park and you went on that really big slide? I think you were with your dad and one of your cousins, and you fell from the top of the slide and you fell flat on your face like a pancake on the floor, and your dad came running. He ran over the seesaw. Sorry?
Like a pancake.
Well, you were just flat on the ground.
Not like a pancake.
Not like a pancake, but that's all I can compare it to. It was like a blue thing on the ground. Flat on the ground, like a pancake or a chapati bread or roti, and your dad came running over. He was running like this, running. He couldn't bear to see you lying there on the floor. So now just think about Imam Hussein watching all of it. If your dad couldn't handle you falling from the top of the slide, imagine what Imam Hussein must have been going through. I mean, just put your hand on your heart and think of what's happening. A teenage son has come to his dad and asked his father's permission to go to the battlefield to pass away.
That's really sad.
I know. And how does a father allow his teenage son, only 18 years old, to go to the battlefield?
Oh, I think I know what happens.
What?
Next. Imam Hussein feels helpless, but he says, you know what, Ali and Akbar, go. You have my permission.
Gosh.
And do you know what? I think I know what happens next.
What happened next?
Imam Hussein says, you know what? I love you so much, my son, and But I do give you permission to go, but do one thing. Go ask permission from someone else.
That's right. Imam Hussein first of all said to him, you have to go and ask permission from Lady Zainab.
Why?
Well, Lady Zainab, she was the one who raised you. She taught you all the things that were good and true. She taught you about the religion. Go, Ali Akbar, go. So Ali Akbar went and took permission from his mother, Layla, and then he went to his auntie Zainab, and he said, Auntie Zainab, tell me one thing. Whose life is more important, your Ali Akbar or Bibi Fatima's son, Imam Hussein? And she said to Ali Akbar, I would give up 1,000 lives to save Bibi Fatima's son, Imam Hussein. Then, Auntie, do not stop me, he said. Ali Akbar said to his auntie, don't stop me. Please give me permission to go to the battlefield to fight. No one is left to save my father, Imam Hussein. Let me go, Auntie, please let me go. Bismillah, said Lady Zainab. Go, Ali Akbar, go to the battlefield. Ali Akbar got on his horse.
I don't like this part.
Don't be sad, Pip. You need to know what happens. We all need to know what happens. The children at home need to know what happens, because we'll never forget these brave...
We'll never forget Imam Hussein and his sacrifice.
No, we won't.
Never. No.
Imam Hussein was crying, Layla was crying, Bibi Khulthum was crying, Lady Zainab was crying. Fi amanallah, mother. Goodbye, father. Goodbye, auntie. Goodbye, Khulthum. Goodbye, Auntie Zainab. Ali Akbar, he rode out into the battlefield.
Oh, he's like a hero.
But it gets even more sad, because he could hear footsteps following him. He stopped and he looked back, and what did he see? What do you think he saw? Whose footsteps could he hear, Pip?
Probably Imam Hussein.
Imam Hussein, that's right. His father was following him with his hands on his back. Imam Hussein was running behind Ali Akbar. Oh, my father, where are you going? Please, father, go back to the tent. He said, Ali Akbar, I want to see you for as long as I can. I'll stop here, but don't worry, I promise. You keep going, and you keep going into the battlefield. Your father wants to see you for as long as he can. Ali Akbar went on and on. He looked back every few seconds. Yeah, remember, just like that time when your dad was teaching you to ride your tricycle, even though it had 3 wheels, Pip, you still needed a lot of support. And who was behind you?
My dad.
Your dad. But obviously you weren't going into somewhere dangerous. You were just going down to the local park. Remember that same park where you fell from the slide? Well, in this case, Ali Akbar, he was going into battle. It was a very, very difficult time for everybody. Imam Hussein was there watching him. He reached the battlefield, and Ali Akbar fought like a lion. He fought bravely. He was strong, Pip. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He killed many, many horrible enemies. Ali Akbar came back to his father. Did you see me fight? I wish my uncle Abbas was here to see me. Just for a few drops of water. I'm so thirsty. If I could just have a little bit of water, I would send the entire army of Yazid to a terrible and horrible place. Imam Hussein said, come near me. See, there's no water, but try and get some comfort from me.
Didn't Imam Hussein tell Ali and Akbar to touch his tongue?
I think he did, just to get a little bit of water, or even a little bit of moisture.
So then Ali and Akbar touches the tongue of Abu Abdullah, of Imam Hussein. And then he pulls it back and he says, Father, you're more thirsty than I am.
That's right, he was more thirsty. He was tired and they were hungry. And remember, Umar ibn Saad had ordered his soldiers to kill Ali Akbar. So when a few of them gathered together, they attacked Ali Akbar. You know that baddie Umar ibn Saad, he was so cruel and so mean, he ordered that a spear be struck in the chest of Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar fell off his horse. He cried out, "Oh, my father, please, please accept my last salam to you." He was saying goodbye to his father because Ali Akbar didn't call his father to come and see him. Imam Hussein was all alone, and Ali Akbar didn't want to, he didn't want to trouble his father in any way. But Imam Hussein rushed to the battlefield. He said, "Oh, my Ali Akbar, where are you? Please, please speak to me, your father. Ali Akbar, where are you?" Imam Hussein saw his son, Ali Akbar. He was lying on the sands of Karbala with both of his hands on his chest. Ali Akbar was taking his last breath like this. Can you imagine? Because there was a big, big spear stuck in his chest. Poor Imam Hussein, what's he going to do now? A father has to look at his son lying there like this. He placed Ali Akbar's head on his lap, Pip. A bit like the way lion sometimes sits on me, or when a baby sits and rests their head on your lap. And he said, "Ali Akbar, my darling Ali Akbar, why are you covering your chest? Is your chest hurting? Please let me look at it." And he said to his father, "No, please don't remove my hands from my chest. You won't be able to see it." Imam Hussein gently removed Ali Akbar's hands. "Allahu Akbar," he said 3 times. What did Imam Hussein see? What did Imam Hussein see, Pip?
He saw the blade, didn't he? The spear that was dug into the chest of Ali Akbar.
Yeah, that's right.
I bet Ali Akbar was in a lot of pain.
He was. And what was Imam Hussein going to do now? What could he do? Imam Hussein put both of his hands on the blade and looked towards Najaf, where Imam Ali is buried, and he said, "Baba, help me. Please help me. It was easy for you to pull open the gates of Khaybar, but it's difficult for me to pull out this blade from my son's chest. Baba, help me. Please help me."
So sad.
With a cry of "Ya Ali," Imam Hussein pulled the blade out. And then Ali Akbar left this world. Imam Hussein tried to cover Ali Akbar's chest, but it wasn't working. Ali Akbar was taking his last few breaths. What does Imam Hussein do now? Oh, please, please, let's never forget what happened to Imam Hussein and Ali Akbar on this day.
I don't think I'll ever forget what happened.
No, I don't think I will either, because I'll remember that this teenage son, he was so attached to his father that he was, he was willing to give up his life and go out into the battlefield, and look at the way he left this world.
Yeah, it teaches us how we should be with our dads, and also, what's more important? How we should be in service to our Imam.
Yeah. What do you mean by in service to our Imam?
Well, if the Imam needs us, we should always be with him.
We should always be with him. That means that we remember him all the time, not just in the month of Muharram, but every day.
Yeah, I remember him every day.
I know.
I send my salams to him.
Yes, we should.
Shall we send salams to Imam Hussein now, children?
Yeah.
We shall.
Go on then.
Peace be upon you, O Imam Hussein, son of Imam Ali. Peace be upon the children of Imam Hussein. Peace be upon the friends and companions of Imam Hussein that died on the plains of Karbala. O Allah, please do not make this my last salam to Imam Hussein. Please, Ya Allah, make the ziyarah, make it possible for me and the children and Layla to go Karbala.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much for watching, children.
Thank you, Layla.
No, thank you. And I know you want to learn a bit more about baby Ali Asghar, so inshallah do come back for the next majlis and do join us again.
Inshallah. Goodbye.
Ma salam.
Ma salam.